Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. I love the comments. I hope that you will continue to like the videos and share them and increase sort of the foot traffic that comes to my channel so that I can continue to help more people like you. Today I want to talk about 3 things that have helped me in managing sort of trauma brain and also other physical symptoms that happen when you are recovering from significant trauma. For myself, DV. So the first one I want to talk about, now first of all, I'm not a doctor. This isn't medical advice, but I'm sharing with you anecdotally something that has personally helped me. And you can look into it. There are YouTube videos, there are books about this. So check it out, see what you think. A lot of people are talking about methylene blue these days and the different things that it can help with and how it can physically impact your life and your health. I personally started taking it because PTSD is a brain injury. And what this good stuff is a 3% concentrate. This just happens to be what I got from Amazon, which I have really liked. I take a dropper a day. Some people, again, this is not medical advice. You have to decide what works for you. You can talk to your doctor. However, for me, when I take a dropper full a day, what I found early on in the process of my recovery is that I struggled with energy, clarity in my thoughts, obviously my emotional feelings and stability struggled as well. And so I started researching what could I do to help. I heard about how gold is important in your diet and that it can work with sort of your neuron firing and so forth. So I got one kind of a gold and methylene blue kind of drop originally. Then I got this stronger 3% stuff that I really like. And I take it. I want you to imagine a plant that is wilted because it has not been watered for a good while and it's, drooping. Then you water it 5 to 10, 20 minutes, an hour later, this plant springs back up with energy. This is what happens to my brain when I take methylene blue. I feel a lot more clear-headed. It essentially, from what I've read, it helps oxygenate the blood more, which then feeds your brain more. And if you do something like red light therapy, also with methylene blue, it can really help. So this is super inexpensive. I can't recommend what brand you would use or what you would do. Do your own research, check it out. I do have a friend or two who I've recommended it to, and they started taking it and they said, absolutely, wow, I can't believe how much it has started working for me. So that's number 1. Number 2 is dry brushing. So your lymphatic system holds on to a lot of toxins. It's meant to help get it out of your body. A lot of folks will do massage or dry brushing. And this is something that I am new to learning. I've been watching some YouTube videos. I've been reading a little bit about it. But I got one of these simple facial dry brushes at a deal. And so then I started researching. And when I was super stressed out, I was having a lot of allergic reactions, which caused my face to swell. I was having like certain creams affected my skin. When I would cry, my face got really swollen when I would cry. This is so interesting. There are YouTube videos on how to use a facial dry brush, and I really like it. Super simple. Takes about 5 to 10 minutes in the morning, and when I started doing it every morning, first of all, it's very relaxing. Who doesn't want to feel a little bit of relaxation? Secondly, the inflammation in my face went from being like very, very, very puffy to almost normal. First time doing it. Second time, even better. Third, even better. So what the video recommended is that first like for 10 rubs, you rub your collarbone. There's a lot of the lymphatic system apparently is in this area. Then you put your hands on your jawline and you rub behind your ear at your jawline and your cheek line for 10 times just to warm up your system. And then you're going to start using the dry brush where you do 10 of these. You're going to do 10 of these and 10 of these. And then you're going across your jaw, 10, 10, 10, and then across and across, 10, and then doing it again, 1, 2, like that, and then going across and down and down, and it just helps loosen it up and clear out all of the problems as far as the puffiness and inflammation. Like my eyes were almost nearly swollen closed one day. I did this first thing in the morning, and within 10 minutes or so, the puffiness and the swelling went away. Very inexpensive. I feel like this was $3 or $5 on Amazon. So the third thing that I want to recommend to you is related to focus as well. So in reading this wonderful book, which I highly recommend, it's Traumatic Cognitive Dissidence and Healing from Abusive Relationships with a Disordered Personality. I really, really love this book. It has worksheets in the back. There was this portion in the book that he mentioned that you might think a person in trauma needs calm, quiet, meditative, relaxing sort of environment. And he says, actually, sometimes because there's so much going on in your brain and your alert system is so high, it can be really, really hard to get anything done or focus when you are in this state of mind. So actually, what is very helpful is to have background noise. A podcast, jazz, any kind of music that you like in the background so that the part of your brain that needs distracting so that you can focus is engaged. And I can tell you 100% this works. I'll sit down to work on, to do some studying. And within 10 to 15 minutes, I am so distracted and I just can't focus. If I turn on instrumental classical music or something like that, jazz, typically something not with words because I'm reading, I can sit for 2 hours plus and just super focused, get things done. My brain starts moving. Things are flowing very easily and quickly. So I encourage you, you don't, and sometimes it's tough if you're in a workplace where like you're not allowed to have noise in the background. Things are kind of quiet. Some employers will let you have like one earbud in so that you can listen to music but have the other ear open so that you can hear. So that's an option. And I encourage you to try it. When you're doing household chores, I'm telling you, like I typically am a very tidy person, but it became really hard for me to clean. It was hard for me to cook. It was hard for me to do a lot of stuff that required like a minimal amount of focus. If I turn on upbeat or energetic music and just have it playing throughout the house, I am so much more productive and successful in getting things done that I want to get done. So give that a try as well. Dry brush, Methylene Blue, this wonderful book, and try some music. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself time. I don't know. I think it's different for everyone and how long it takes to start to get into that state of feeling normal again. I'm finding myself there and feeling that almost every day, and it's an amazing feeling that I'm so grateful for. But it just takes time. So be patient with yourself. And I hope that you'll try some of these tricks and tools. Another trick and tool that I really love is a notepad. So when I am trying to focus and get work done, I typically will have like a sudden, oh wait, I needed to buy such and such at the store. Oh my gosh, I need to call so-and-so. And it will actually make me feel anxious that I'm not going to remember, because when my brain was functioning at low level, I would forget actually. So I have a little notepad by me when I'm doing work, homework, prayer, study, or whatever. And I will quick jot down that note, clear it out of my head, and then progress on to finishing the work that I want to do. And then, hey, I have the list that I can go off of. Thanks for joining me, friends. Like, share, and subscribe as well if you would like. I'll see you in the future. Talk to you later.